Alright guys, so this is the only video you're gonna get for a while until the next one, which is how someone actually solved this. So here I am in a game I made because you're wondering about Say Gex 2. You saw there was some numbers there, right? Then you would know that it led to a YouTube video because that's what the 6th song told you. Because if you didn't realize, that's what the 6th song told you. If you didn't realize that, you're kind of stupid. But here's the game in the description in that video. This is where the game is. The 7th song is what the game is called, and I made it. So you're probably wondering, why is there a game? I don't know if you realize, but last year, someone named Poco7193, who's also famously known for being in every single one of my shoutout videos for Tower Heroes, which I probably won't be doing anymore because I hate the game. But you know, he's the one who solved it because I put a hidden message in there. So he solved that and got the 7th song, or the 6th song, which was Nate. I'm not gonna say the rest of it, but it's Nate. And this time we're doing the same thing, but this time instead of it being a video, it's a game made on Roblox. So, and this is a step-by-step how to do it. There will be this thing right here. It says, don't forget what you already did, because like I already know everything, so I'm just gonna, I don't need to take screenshots, but you should take screenshots if you were to do this before I upload this video, or if you want to do it by yourself before this video, you know, click this button because it's very important.
Oh no, you don't think so? From this song just buy a win. Right now the video that's up on the April 20th is being exported. Lots of information is in this song. Didn't make the Roblox game yet, so now it's time to get along. As you know, the original album had a secret. Only Parker was the one to let it go, although it had letters scattered in the video. This time we'll be in this game. Looky here, this is a dime. Find a dishwasher, get it to rhyme. Questions to answers, questions to lie. Make sure you find it right behind that orange pie. Die. It may be stupid, but that cow doesn't say moo. Inspect it closer, it might have poo. Look up at the sky, it is a giant porcupine. It has a message you gotta align. Not many puzzles are on to the right, so find a platform that's hard to find, since that animal locked the door. This is a witch hunt, find that witch hut. Potions, to drink potions, to use potions that are greatly infused. When it comes in contact with a particularly weird hazel door that is off to the front of the map, spew this blood that is on the front door. Look at the time, it might be on the window. Do we want this life to end up in the trash? I don't like the idea of it being left here in this town. Treasure to be hidden under an umbrella. Use that to put it in ocean and go interstellar. A man stands, oh there he stands, off to the land where he stands near the clock tower. This gum is electric, give it to the guy who is eccentric. Shovel up the grave and take its flowers as you might want to give it to the grave. Life here is dead, life there is to find. The grandpa hiding in a shoe. Can't find anything, that's fine. It's not like I haven't told you everything. Go straight to the house with many colors and click on the normal colored walls. And finally there was a secret hidden obby. Even the gum guy said so. Find these tokens, find them all. Go to the man near the stall. He has the answers, he has everything. Let yourself find the secret of Nate.
Alright guys, so that was the song that I made in like 20 minutes before I had to go to bed. So that's the song I made. And that explains everything that's gonna happen here. I'll put like, maybe I'll put like what I'm doing on like the top right of my screen, top left, somewhere around the screen. I'll probably tell you which one I'm doing. So let me just get here real quick. Oh shoot. Okay, the one thing I do not have are the lyrics of the video. Alright, so first of all, it says, looky here, there's a dime, find a dishwasher to get it to rhyme. So, obviously you're wondering, where do I get a dishwasher? Where do I get a dime? Well, before you even get to answer that question, this dude, I don't want to read what he says yet, but there is a button right here. As you can see, something open right over here. And just because I felt generous, I just gave you a whole ride to ride. So, thank me later if you ever do this. So, now you're wondering, where do I get a dime? Well, luckily, it's right where you put it at the button. Right here. Here's the dime. You're barely holding it, but here's the dime. And now, obviously, there nowhere else could be a dishwasher other than the area with big giant dishes and a dishwasher. So, you might not need to use the dime yet, because of course you don't. It's right here. It says something. Find me a word that rhymes with glimpse, which is also a vehicle in the air. There's not many vehicles in the air. There's a rocket ship. That doesn't rhyme with glimpse. There's a airplane. That doesn't rhyme with glimpse. You know what does rhyme with glimpse? Blimp. So, now you're saying, yo, I got it, but how do I get up there? I see there's something up there. That's where the dime comes in, and then, boom, reveals a hidden truss. Now, just weave your way in here, okay? Now, take a picture of this for the washing machine. You got letter 2. I just said letter. The number 2. So, now you're wondering, how do I get out of here? That's how. But now, you got the second one. Questions to answers, questions to lie. Make sure you find it right behind that orange pie. You may be wondering, orange pie? What the heck does that mean? Where's that orange pie? It's nowhere, actually. So, you just want to skip through that. Go to the next one. It says, it may be stupid, but that cow doesn't say moo. Inspect it closer, it might have pooed. I don't know. Where's a cow anywhere here? Oh, right here. There's a cow. I wonder what it is. See here. You may not understand, but the poo actually has a 9 on it. So, write that down. Now you have 9. Next, it says, look up at the sky. It is a giant porcupine. There's a message you gotta align. Well, obviously, there's a giant porcupine that I don't think you can miss that. But you're wondering, how do I get it to align? You know, some may say, this is the easiest way. Just go out here, try to align it, but no. You gotta go through here. Wrong way. Gotta go through here. This is the way. The true way to do it. And then you go in here, then boom. Oh, and then boom. 391. But you don't know where to put this information at. Well, that's why it says in there. It says in the song, not many puzzles are on to the right, so find a platform that's hard to find. Find a platform that's hard to find, obviously. But you may have to get back to that. I'm lying. You don't. 9. Now remember, 391. So let's get out of here. And it says, on to the right, there's a platform you have to find. Well, I'm considering this to be the right. Like, you're looking from this way is the right. Even though the front is right there because the hazel door, but that doesn't count. I don't know why I did that, but I don't really care. But as you can see, there's only one platform over here. So, oh, now you're wondering, what the heck is going on? First you could try this. No, you can't. I'm lying. So it says 391. 4391, and then boom, it was actually, this doesn't go away, right? Yeah, it was actually because someone painted over them. It's kind of weird. Also, when you're here, pick up the paint. But it says right here. Actually, don't pick up the paint yet, in case you might die. So don't pick up the paint yet. It's actually supposed to be like 9960, but you're dumb. Also, I don't remember the code. The colors are yellow, pink, green. Why? Because of this. Whoa! See? You might die. So you might have thought I actually died from the pink, but you need to be wrong because that is true. I didn't. And so now the porcupine part is now 8. Just so you remember, you gotta remember it's 8. So if you want to get out of here, you could either just reset or just get out like an actual person, because I'm actually that good now. And now you're probably wondering, how do I get back up? This is how. And now make sure you grab the paint bucket because it will be important soon. Like, very important. And now, next part of the song, it says, this is a witch hut, and you need to find potions. That's basically all it says. I'm not reading that. So now, you're gonna need to find the witch hut. But which one of these are a witch hut? That hut, or all those hut? Obviously the one with a potion in it. So, it's this one. Whoa! Don't worry, if you can touch this. So, now, which one do I want to choose today? Oh, you don't get to choose. You have to choose this one right here. Make sure you don't drink it. I don't know what happens if you do. I don't know if you can. And now you gotta go to the front of the map to find the hazel door, which is, it told me I gotta put the potion in the hazel door. Now, I think you're trying to expect that something will fall down. But no, nothing will fall down. So what do? You look up. It says 4. So now you have the letter 4. I keep saying letters. The number 4 for the witch hut. Which is next means spew this blood that is on the front door. So spew this blood is not like, it's not really spewing this blood, but like, it's paint. That's what I'm trying to say. It's paint. It's paint. And where do I put it at? You're just gonna have to figure that out if you want to figure it out. But right here, it says 1. So make sure you write that down. It's something 1. Also, it's pretty scary in here. I feel like this is where some of y'all live. Like, me in the future will live here. So, also, by the way, tell someone, the real Poco, to shut the freak up. I'm tired of listening to him. I don't know if you guys can see that he's messaging me, but I hate him. Tell him to shut up. Alright, back to the video. So, next is, look at the time. It might be on the window. You're wondering, what the hell does that mean? Oh wait, because you gotta read the next two lines. Do we want to live? Do we want this life to end up poor? I don't like the idea of being left here in this town. So you're obviously trying to see. I mean, there's not much you could go off on the second 2 lines on their own. So all 3 lines are actually lined up together. See that there's this town. There's actually nothing here. This town like looks pretty barren. Bleak barren. And see, there's trash. The only one in this town. But don't go there yet, because you gotta find the time on the window. So this is a metaphor, because like, there's no time on the windows. At least over here there aren't. There's not over there either. But you gotta think deeper. You gotta think outside the box. Make sure you drive on this road, because if you don't, that'll be pretty bad. But you want to go see the grandpa inside of his big shoe, but we're not going to talk to him. He has a computer that he spends his time on. And you're probably wondering, yep, it's Windows. It's not an actual window, it's a window. And right here it says 1119. That's the time on this window. That's the time on the window. So now you gotta go back all the way to the town and remember 1119. So gotta remember that. 1119. Now let's go all the way back, 'cause this is important. See, now what do I do with this? What do I do with this information? Try jumping once in your life? Oh, you enter some secret land from far away. This is my con. This is con right here. And now it says 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it says 1119. Oh, don't worry about the music. That's the best part of this. But now it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But you still want 1. Ooh, and you're into the next area. But it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But there is no 9. But you still only want 1. Don't worry, this guy's dead. So now you're in this whole big giant area. It says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. But you really only want 9. Now, you have found yourself that the answer is also 0. Now, the real question is, how do you get out of here? Just choose the wrong one and you'll get out. So, now, figure it out. If this dude don't shut the freak up, I'm gonna kill him. Now, in the next part of the thing, it says treasure to be hidden under an umbrella. Use that to put it in. My bad. Treasure to be hidden under an umbrella. Use that to put it in the ocean and go interstellar. Well, it said interstellar, but it's supposed to be interstellar, but I don't think it would have worked. But you gotta ignore that too, like the orange pie, because it isn't time for that yet. You understand? A man stands, oh, there he stands off to the land where he stands near the clock tower. That just means he's standing near the clock tower, and I'm pretty sure you probably would have done that first, if anything. Because you see a noob, he's standing there, he has a question mark over his head, you'd be like, what the heck is he trying to say? Well, he's trying to say the number is, need help? Yeah. I don't care, take this number though. 1. So that's the answer to that. And then, now, we're almost done. This gum is electric, give it to the guy who is eccentric. Well, there's only like one big giant gum inside of this game. And that's the gum over here. But I gotta carry this right around with me all day. It's the gum right here. So if you haven't noticed, this gum, you can't use it. But this gum is very electric. That's the whole point of the gum. Because like you eat it and it's like make a popping sound. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure like there's a gum in real life that just makes a popping sound. Oh, don't worry about this guy. He's kind of eccentric. And it says 3. See, what's he trying to say? Help me, help me. This sucks. Let me die. My head is gonna explode. My head hurts. And then he says there's an obby nearby. But we don't get that far yet. So, don't listen to that. Shovel up the grave and take its flowers as you might want to dig deep downer. Alright, so there's a part. That's what it says. You don't want to do that. I'm lying. I thought I already did that part, but I have deja vu, so my bad. So, that means there's only one place you want to take its flowers from. Like, there's only really flowers in, like, one place. It's a graveyard. Nowhere else in this place has flowers. but it's the graveyard that has flowers. And now you're wondering, it says Nate as a gravestone. Hey, that's not right. Nate shouldn't be here. Right? I don't know. And then you see that there's only one thing that has like some kind of indication. But what do? It says shovel up. How? What do I shovel? How do I shovel it? Well, if you couldn't tell, I'm running towards the area where you get a shovel at. It's actually on the top of here. You get a shovel. Don't listen to that. So now you're probably wondering, what do I do now? Don't go aimlessly clicking around. That's not really what you're supposed to do. You gotta go to this dude. Wait a minute, it doesn't work? Couldn't you see that there's lines right here? Oh, it's right next to it, not actually on that one. Now you have a flower. And what does the flower tell you to do? I don't know. I don't know where that part is. Take its flowers as you might want to deep downer. Now, it doesn't really tell you what to do next. That's kind of my fault. I don't really care because I hate this game. Probably the end of the song, that's why I kind of gave up. But, as you can see, you might want to give it to someone. Oh, I'm lying. You're destroying his grave. Are we going to defile his grave for money? Of course I am. So now you use the flower. Now you get the number 6. So, it's kind of amazing, isn't it? And now you gotta go talk to the grandpa. He's hiding in the shoe. That's not what it says. Life here is dead. Life there is too. Find that the grandpa is hiding in a shoe. So now you gotta see that. If you didn't notice, he had a dialogue option over him. So you're gonna want to find out why that is. So wherever grandpa is, you gotta say hi to grandpa. Hey, hi sir. In this dish area, if you find a dish that looks weird, you can use it for that house thing. It may not seem obvious what he's trying to say, but there's dishes over here with a sponge. If you didn't notice before, there's something under it. Just what you need to know, there is something under it. Well, I'm gonna read it out. I don't know if there's like a good way to put it on, but so it says, I don't know how much you can read. I wish you could find a good way to read it. It says the fifth number is a prime and 5 less than the first number. I'll explain everything. I don't feel like just saying it out loud. I don't know what it all is. The number should be divided by 0 to get the number. I'm pretty sure we all know what that means. It just means it is just 0, the whatever number. The first number, the last number. Yeah, the last number should be 0 is what it's trying to say right now. In the prime, fifth number, the prime, well, that is 7? Nope, 3. I lied. So now we have the fifth number is 3 and the last number is 0. So the second number is even. It could really be anything. But in this case, it is 2. The fourth number is in this problem. You gotta solve that problem. I ain't solving that right now. The answer is the fourth number. The answer is 7. The third number is an upside down version of another. It could either be 6 or 9. So you would have to try both. But in this case, it is 9. And now you're probably wondering what the first number is. Hey, I didn't tell you that part. Well, it's 5 less than the fifth number. So, only one correct answer is 8. So if you're confused on what the answer is 826730. That's the full answer. Well, you're probably wondering, where do I put this code at? He said near the house thing. Well, no, he didn't say near. He just said for that house thing. You don't know what he's talking about. He's old. But there is somewhere you've probably seen before. You're probably looking for this. There's a code. You're probably wondering, what the heck do I do with this? Well, sorry, you can't get to that part yet. Because the next part of the song, it says, let's read what it says, guys. It says, can't find anything, that's fine. It's not like I haven't told you everything. Go straight to the house with many colors and click on the normally colored walls. So if you've never seen this house before, you know what its normally colored walls is. I'll just show you right now. But before you go inside, it says up, left, right, down. You don't know what that means? It's kind of obvious. Oh, wait a minute. I'm able to click on this normally colored wall. I'm able to click on this normally colored wall. And that one too. And there seems to be one up there. Well, now you're trying to figure out up, left, right, down. Up just means all the way up here. So click on that. And then left means this one. And then right, it would have to only mean this one. And this is the last one. This is down. So click all those. Technically, when you go back, the whole puzzle should be solved. Which would also give you a number if you couldn't tell. Like, look at here. Now, the only way to get out of here is impossible. But I don't really care. It says 8. Actually, I probably should have cared. But, you know, we'll figure that part out later. So it says 8. Wonder what that means? That's the answer for the house. But this is where Grandpa comes in. Because he knows the answer to this one. Grandpa. What is the answer?
Oh, Sonny boy, it's 8. It's 2. I don't remember the rest.
Me neither, Grandpa. Let's go back to our information and see what was the answer.
Oh, I remember now. Then it's 6. And then it's 6, 7, 3, and 0, which is the one on the ground. Now we finally have the last answer. For Grandpa's puzzle, it seems like the number is 0.
Oh wow, thanks, Grandpa. Well, seems now that I'm stuck. The hell? Well, let's just get rid of that. Don't worry, guys, I have B-tools. I'll fix all these problems later. I don't have time for this right now. I didn't even know there was a problem. Well, now, it seems that I'm out. How do I get out now? Well, Grandpa didn't think that far. He didn't even let you use the trowel. So, anyways, let's get rid of these. So now we have officially entered the last stage. Now, you might remember earlier in the song it said something about a treasure being found. Well, you can really only dig up treasure with either a shovel, which we already used, and a trowel or towel thing. I don't know what this thing's called, but whatever it is, there's an umbrella that has treasure under it, is what the song is telling us. You know, we might want to figure out what that treasure is. So let's figure out what that. Oh, that's a close one. There's actually treasure under here. So now you have treasure. You may not be holding it the correct way, but now you have treasure. And I don't know if you remember, but at the start of the song, it's talking to you about if you want to go interstellar, you're gonna need treasure. And as you couldn't tell before, I forgot one part of this, and it's the obby. That's entirely my fault. We'll get to there. We'll get to the obby. It says, "Sup, a talking shark, how strange. Indeed. Say, I heard you want to destroy that 7th song, eh? Yeah, what's it to ya? Once you finish here today, will you take me with you? Am I really being asked this by a shark? Come on, this puzzled world has nothing to do. Sure. Great, I'll bring that big thing with us too." It's talking about the porcupine. That just depends if I remember. Over here, you're probably wondering, what is this? It's nothing. It's just, it has a thing over here. And it's that dude. He's not actually missing. I don't know who that is. So, we're gonna, do this first, because I know I'm just smart. It says go to Interstellar, you gotta put in the treasure from the, and now, for this one, you get the number 2 from the treasure. Then you want to keep on going up, and it says, do this last as it might break the game. I'm not listening to that. I'm not gonna listen to my own words. I don't feel like going all the way over there to do the obby right now. So you're gonna want to press this button. Oh, now it's making noise. Sit down, sit down. Make sure you sit down whenever this is happening, because you do not want it to close on you. Don't worry, it doesn't close on you. This door is, you can still go over inside the door. I didn't want to remove it, but you are gonna want to do that.
10, 9,
At some point, you're gonna reach
7,
a point
6,
where you do need to
5,
jump out of the
4,
ship.
3, 2,
So,
1, ignition.
oh, what the heck is going on? And now we are going up. We say goodbye to this world that we have created. Hello to new horizons. But you can collide with the door, or you can't collide with the door, so you can just walk through it. So when you do need to jump, you're gonna need to jump. Just make sure you remember the door. You can not collide. No collide. You can go through. You know, here's just the best part. You get to enjoy the scenery. As a few parts just broke off of the freaking rocket. Don't worry, that has nothing to do with us. We must still continue going up, as we have now lost our booster. So, must stay determined to not be scared. We don't want to be scared, guys, because that's the last thing we want. We want to go interstellar. Oh, there goes that, which we just lost engine. So now, we've really reached horizons that are very unspeakable. Now engine 2, I don't know, maybe it will pull out. When engine 2 comes off, we're gonna reach an area. No, you guys can't hear me. We're gonna reach an area where the 2 comes off. Oh, no, we're approaching it right now. It's gonna turn off. You're gonna want to get out now. Or soon. I don't know when you need to get out. You just need to get out at some point. I wasn't paying attention. I was talking to you guys. Oh, looks like I have reached that area. So now you're wondering, how did I end up here? Because you jumped off the freaking thing. And there seems to be a bridge that collapsed, but luckily there's 2 little things on the sides. So now you don't have to worry about it. So now you gotta walk. Be careful, don't fall off, because if you fall off, you're gonna have to restart everything. Not really, you don't have to. You just gotta remember everything you have already as to all the numbers and stuff, so. But now you gotta go. You gotta go all the way over here. It seems there's some weird black hole. Don't worry, you don't get sucked in it. And then you find a tie. It says, I love Dad. Now, you know what rhymes with tie? Pie. So, just so you know, that was just an accident. So, here it says, the tie says hello. You again, or maybe not, you would understand if you played a game that I made, but it's not released. It does not matter. What have you came for? For a number of sorts? What shall that number be for? I still have no idea. Then answer my questions. Are you the pie thing in the song? I am I Hard Dad. Alright, ask away. What is you seek to find at the end of this game? The 7th song of the album. The other options are a purpose in life. Food probably. But no, it's the sound of the 7th song in the album. Correct. How did you find this game? On Roblox, it was in the video's description. Bears told me. No, you were supposed to find it in the video's description. Correct. How often do you like decoding messages? Always or never? Just say never. I understand you. Good luck, player. The number is 7. Remember, pi is 7? The door next to me, it's clickable. Click on it to teleport back. It is gone. Also, say Dad in chat. Make sure you say Dad in chat. That's very important. And now, we must come back to life. It seems like none of the rocket's parts have... Oh, I lied. One rocket part has fell off. Oh, two. There's two here. Well, on that note, we're gonna need to go back to the obby, because the obby says that there's an obby that needs to be... That was an invisible obby. Let's go to the obby real quick. See, this guy even told you there's an obby. I didn't fix the obby, did I? Nope. Well, the way I'm gonna have to go up here is gonna be annoying. So make sure you know how to... Shift lock is turned on by the developer. What the heck? The heck? I didn't do that? Okay, just make sure you... I don't remember ever doing that, so... Don't blame me, I don't... This, you will go up. It will also be invisible, so you barely can see it. So, now, you can barely see it, but this is an obby. So, if you're wondering, how do I do an invisible obby? Figure it out. And now, see, like, right here, you gotta be careful, because you kinda really can't see anything. Hiya! Oh, what is this? You thought you could go through? No. This is where shift lock would be awesome. It seems that the developer has turned it off, and I have no idea how to turn it back on. I have done it. So, make sure you do not fall for the rest of this journey. As you may realize, this is going to be annoying. So, hiya! Now, what do? If you were to have shift lock here, it would be very easy. But for now, you have to go in first person, jump around a lot to move around this truss. I am pressing W and D right now, where I was, because now, make sure you do this. Hiya! I almost fell right there. Make sure you do not fall. And here, you'll do the same thing. Make sure you do not fall, because if you fall, this time you'll die. So if you fall, that'll be really bad. This time I will not risk it again. And this time I will do it like this. Oh. Because I have a lot of room. Okay, so now it's the final stretch where you will have to go around the truss again. And this time you'll have to be careful. Time your places, because this is the end of the drop off. You'll be able to shimmy your way. And here it so happens I actually did it this time. Don't worry about that. This so happens I did it this time. So now you will go up here. Don't worry about that. Now you will go up here. And you'll see it says 5. And now, that is it. All of the things have been completed. Now that you know it's 5. Now that you know. Now it's time. Time to finally end this all. Now we will return back to where we were supposed to be. We said Dad. And at the end of the song, this is what it says. This is what it says. Find these tokens, find them all. Go to the guy. Go to the man near the stall. He has the answers. He has everything. Let yourself find the secret of Nate. So, it seems you have found the guy. He's here. He's been here the whole time. Have you finally completed the first step? Excuse me? The first step, the numbers, is it completed? If you say no, this is what happens. Then leave, mortal. So now it seems that he does not want to talk to you unless you have completed all the steps. Please don't tell him you completed all the steps without actually. Yes. Excellent. Now you may enter the trials of torture. What the hell does that mean? I created a sacred place to help protect the final and 7th song. How come? Nate and other universes has ruined everything. Okay, what does that matter? The 7th song is hidden from Nate. I am unable as a person to destroy the song. Of course you are. So I, the player, must do it. It seems so, mortal. Now, once the song is destroyed, you will gain access to hear it. As for us, we will live in our confined puzzle world. So what about Nate? It is much deeper than this song to fully get rid of him. All this song does is get him off our trail. Why do you want him off? Does it really matter? Universes, mortal, universes. Work with me and we can destroy Nate together. At least next year we will. A trilogy, I hear. Afraid so. Now go on, destroy the song. Now, make sure you have done everything. I'm pretty sure I've covered everything. So, you will be soft locked from this point on. Click on the door. You're teleported into an unfamiliar place, you say? It seems that whatever the number is, it is its number in the sequence. There are multiple of the same number, so in the song, find which came first to choose which location goes first. Example, location 1. I don't care. I'm not reading that. So you would have to go by the song. Like, whatever the song order is, you gotta go by that. Okay? You understand? And there is multiple of the same song. Now, I'm kind of confused myself. I'll be back in a second. Alright, I figured it out. So, the song's order only matters since there's multiple of the same song. So, the 0 through 9, you're gonna have to find them all. So, it's like, whatever 0 is, you push that button. So, in this case, it seems that 0 are the windows. I have no idea what that means, so wherever the windows are, somewhere. Windows. Grandpa's windows. And then next, it seems that Grandpa had his own thing. Grandpa's shoes is this time. And then next, wait, let's see, Grandpa had two, there was 2 zeros. So, whichever came first in the song is the one that goes first. So, Windows was in the song first before Grandpa, so it's 0 and 0. And it's Windows and then Grandpa's shoe. So, and then Broken House, there's also multiple ones. So, Broken House is the first one. Now, which one is the Broken House? Not sure. The Broken House is this one, I'm pretty sure. So, there, that is. And then, next is the Clock Tower, which is the second one. And the Clock Tower is over here. And then after the Clock Tower is the Dishwasher. Dishwasher is the first set. Is the first two in the song. Because it's the very first one in the song, so it's 2. And that's 2. And the second 2 would be the treasure, which was found on the ladder, if you remember correctly. Treasure, which would be identified as the umbrella. The gum guy will be... Oh. The gum guy... Alright, my bad. The gum guy is the only 3 there is. Did I press it already? I have no idea. The gum guy is then, it's the witch hut. Which this is the witch hut. That was the one with all the stuff in it. And the witch hut was the only 4. It was found on the... And then the obby is the only 5. And you're wondering, where's the obby at? It's over here because it's invisible. You could barely see it. And then the final one, not the final one, I'm lying. The grave, number 6. Here it is. The grave, and then the dad. The dad, I hard dad, tie. which is the only 7. Then the porcupine is the first in the song, so the porcupine would be first, and then the colored house is next. And then finally, the poo. The cow's poo. Hopefully I didn't mess up, and the answer should be clear. Hopefully I didn't press the eccentric guy twice. I didn't, let's go. So now it seems to have opened. Welcome to the second step, mortal. Oh Lord, have mercy, what in the world is going on? You shall solve puzzles to get to the final room to finally destroy the song. All this work for a singular song. Will it be worth it? I guess we'll see. I haven't listened to it in years. Speaking of years, how long have you been here? 4? That doesn't matter. I made a focus for most puzzles here. Boxes. Does that hold any significance? Nate used to trap people in boxes. Well, you know the song will have that part. So you do remember. Forget it. Forget it. Get going. We might not have enough time. So, you're probably wondering. He said boxes. So, where's the boxes? You want to know why I pressed it so many times? You're going to need to go to the other side. And you're going to need a lot. And just recently I figured out that you can make these maskless. But I can't do that right now because I didn't do that. I didn't fix it. So, for now we're just going to have to spam this so many times until when we feel it's just right. And don't worry, you don't need anything for this part. You don't need like a tool that was given in the first part. You're not going to need that. You're just going to need your brain. And hopefully it working. I think that's enough. We shall go on to the next part. So you're probably wondering, why is this big giant red brick here and this brick here is doing? You can't do anything with anything. Go onto this side and go here and press this button. And now, see, now you're trying to do this. Well, like, you're gonna probably do this, but that does nothing. Obviously it doesn't. So, and then you see there's that conveyor belt over there. Press this lever here and it makes it go down. Ooh, now you can press it and then it will go, and now it will hit it, and now you will enter the next area. Keep in mind, this is important. See, there's a little thin lines that are in the shape of a backwards L. You gotta remember that. So here, I know your first instinct is to spam that again, but no, don't do that. Before you even press that green button, you gotta look behind here. There's this red button. Look what it does. So you see now it has opened that, and then you realize what is going on down there. I can't get past. That's where the boxes come in. But you also see that there's that thing down there, and that thing is down there is kind of up in the ground. I think you can tell that that button will probably make that go down and like go transparent. But worry not, there's a time limit, 30 seconds. So now you just gotta be fast with it. You gotta be really fast with it. It seems that I have underestimated my own strength. I don't know what has happened, but it seems I have broken my own game. So just for me not to do that, I'm just gonna... Now, collision will... Well, this part you're gonna be mad at. This time I'll try to do it better. I need it to move, but it's not moving. Oh. I don't know what has happened. I didn't do anything. Okay, just make sure you're only doing like 2 at a time, because it seems like that's the problem. Okay, now more getting out. See, okay, that's good enough. You only need 2 blocks at least to get up. So now you're wondering, thank goodness that didn't happen to me. Now you're wondering, what do I do now? Oh look, those 9 tiles again. If you remember correctly, it's a backwards L. And you're probably wondering, what's going on over here? Press it a few times. Very fast, huh? But you also realize it slows down. Just to make sure I'm not gonna do it again a few times. So then you should figure out that you're gonna have to jump on these blocks over here. And now you see that, look, they're going down. What do I do? This is not easy. What in the... It's a not easy catch, but you gotta press this button. And now you're wondering, wait a minute, now it's going that way. How do I get it over there? You're probably wondering, uh-oh, time your button pressed correctly. What does that mean? Oh, wait a minute, I know what it means. Time it correctly for it to do that. Now, hopefully, it'll work. It seems to have worked. And my game is lagging. But that's fine. Because I'm gonna go back. B-tools. It's making it lag. Where's the glass that makes it lag? Okay, there it is. Everything was so bunched up together, it was making it lag. So now, after that, if you have B-tools for some reason, you can go through here after pressing that button with that puzzle over there. Now you're wondering, what in the world's going on here? Oh wait, I see. There's a brick over there. So you start clicking buttons. See, it moves stuff again. But do you really want it to do that? No. Seems these won't go anywhere. This one at least won't. And this one, it looks like it's making a way for something that doesn't make any sense at all. So, you don't mess with those, but you mess with these. Now you're wondering, I'm gonna press that button, but it seems like someone turned off. I don't know who, but someone turned off shift lock. So you'll press that button, press it twice. Probably shouldn't do that, but you're gonna have to press it. Press it one more time. And now. Wait, how do I get it over there? Certainly this wall wouldn't be here, but how do I get over there? Well, if you could see, there's something weird going on here. Oh. So you, just for one more measure, you're gonna put another one down. And then you're gonna go over. Now what? Oh no. How do I... Oh! Okay, first you're gonna die. Now, what do you gotta do? Is you gotta put your thing in here. You're gonna need to put it in there, like, you're gonna need to put it precise. I made it slow for a reason, but it's also too slow. Actually, it's too fast. Because you're not gonna figure this out. I underestimate my own brain sometimes. I may think you guys are too smart, but you actually aren't. As a avid Findotromics player, even I couldn't do this first try. So there's not a really good way to put this in. I swear. You're gonna want to get as close as possible, right to the wall. I have figured it out. I am able to slightly press on it. That was loud. And you will now realize I'm gonna have to use B tools again. You're gonna be wondering, yes, I am gonna put this here. Maybe. If I get like 2 views on here, I'll update it and add all the necessary features. Here, now you have unlocked your secret mode, which will make this all the way right there onto that point right there, which would go hunky-dory. And now I need to fix that, but it'll go hunky-dory all over the place right into there. Try that again. See, you have realized now it goes hunky-dory. Ooh, and then went right onto the button. So now you get up, press on that again. What the heck? Is that a number 7? Yep, yes it is. It is a number 7. You also realize that there's a trash can right here. You'll put that down. And now you just wanna get past. Oh wait, you can't. That's not possible, idiot. Also, don't look at that. That's not possible. So you go up here, and you're wondering what's going on now. Oh, it looks like it's another timer, because it's right there, this time. And is it really a time though? No. No, how do I get up? Here's another spam one you gotta do. So let's just spam this up real quick. Let's see, I can't tell you what's going on, but you gotta spam it really good. Spam it so good that maybe one of those will actually get past someday. It's not going good. I gotta click faster. I don't know how much time I give it myself, and I probably will die in any second now. Okay, now I have definitely made it possible. Oh! It seems that I was a little bit too late and accidentally missed the stair, the truss. Now you're wondering, oh, what the heck? Look at that. The last checkpoint online. But how do I get onto the other side? You walk. And here is the final step you are willing to take. So here you're gonna want to do a 2. You're gonna have to get 2 on top of each other. You're just gonna want to get 2 on top of each other. Keep spamming until you see one that has 2 on top of each other. Oh! And then you're gonna wanna not do that. Can I fly? Okay, we're gonna do that again. Now I'm too fast. Okay, we're gonna do that again. I know, it's really hard, but it is possible, as you could tell. It was possible. Super close. It's happened. I don't know how you do it, but it does happen. You gotta bounce one back, so... And then you gotta get to the other side! And now you're wondering, how do I get out of here? It's supposed to have it... Oh. There you go. You have reached... Welcome to the vault. I caught some of the letters around here, so we're finally here. Yeah, we are. Go get them letters, mortal. Then what will happen? The final gate will open. From there, you can destroy the actual song. So, this one here is a fake. Yeah, it's just cool to put there. Quick question. What is your name? Heh, it's Evoker. It seems that Evoker has gotten KGM. And now what do we do? So, I have no idea what that says, but the answer is E. I lied. I don't know what the answer is. 5. 5. The answer somehow appears to be 5, and what's the letter? Because 5 is A, B, C, D, E is the 5th letter. You would get E. Which then you would have to press E on both of those. Make sure you press both of them. As now it seems that you have gotten the 2nd letter, or the 4th letter. Don't worry about that. Now here, you're probably wondering, why is there just a bunch of letters here? Well, now you gotta figure out which one of these are repeating, or not repeating. So Z, yeah, that's pretty repeating. V, that's repeating. M, that's a lot of M's, that's repeating. D, that's a repeating. Y, that's also repeating. N? Wait. Y does repeat, yes. N, that also repeats. J also repeats. Q's, there's 2 Q's. Yeah, it's a lot of Q's. X, too much. R, there's also an R somewhere else. Yeah, there's 2 R's, too many R's. 2 more L's. G's, there's too many G's. V's, S, Y, S. Also, you may have noticed that W, you could try both. S, W, it looks like W was the answer, but S actually wasn't supposed to be there. So, and now it seems you have gone, press those 2, press 2 W's. Oh, what does that spell? I have no idea. Why was 6 scared of 5? I have no idea. 8. 6 scared of it. 8, 7, 8, 9. I have no idea what the answer is. Oh, it was 7, 8, 9. That's the answer. It was 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. But what's this part? Oh, I guess that's the reason why I did that. What does that mean? 6, 7, 8, 9? 7, 8, 9, why? What's the answer? Why was 6 scared of 7? 7, 8, 9. Oh. Looks like I've ruined the puzzle by doing that, but don't worry. Why was 6 scared of 9? I have no idea what that means. Why was 6 scared of 7? 7, 8, 9. Why does I have to, what does I have to do with anything? I have no idea. Now it looks like we have figured out that goes there. Turn the Z, oh, that's really 90 degrees. Turn the Z 90 degrees. N. It'll be uppercase N, but you know. N, nonetheless. Oh, it looks like, what in the world? I have no idea what's going on. Uh-oh. What's the guy's name? First letter. What guy's name? Oh yeah, Evoker. You would have put E in. Ooh, E. Oh, it says me, the king. And now here, it would have just opened, but it says O. O. Oh wait. Look at this emoji. What does this letter look like to you? The O. And now it seems like we got the first word, woking. What does that mean? I have no idea. First an L was drawn, then a C was. So it's supposed to be a lowercase L and then a C. Which would mean K. Oh. Oh, my bad. It's actually D. My bad. D. L and then C. You know. And then you press that. Woking mead. So then it says drips down face when hot. Sweat. A that again. If you don't know the common phrase, it is say that again. And that say S is missing. So I can only guess. You gotta say S. And now you have reached the end. Woking Smeed is the final answer. That's the final song. And now we will jump. Gotta get this corridor here. Ooh, that's nightmare feel. And here there's a delete. Or, well, I just spoiled it. There's a camera. Camera? That is definitely not a camera. You'll see that you can't delete anything else. Hopefully you can't. So, the only logical thing is you have deleted the song. Here is the badge. You would have gotten a badge. It would be called, what would it be called? The 7th song. Now it seems that you finished it, the game. So what does Evoker have to say about this? It is now an over mortel. You forgot the for now part. Right. Anyways, I am forever grateful for your act of kindness, exceptionally a stranger. So Evoker, what is our next course of action? I heart Dad's black hole. He might say he only has different universes at hand, like the one where all of his drawings, but he has different realities. What does all that mean? The universe is where this place here can be shifted in ways. For example, turning everything black. In a reality, a whole different space. It should be a place where Nate never existed, or a place where I never did, or even you. They almost sound the same. Pretend it's different. So, what do you want from him? A reality where Nate is the most powerful but is a kind-hearted soul. Have a feeling that is impossible. Out of every reality in this whole realm, not possible. I need a year's worth of break, so once I'm done taking a whole year's worth of break, I don't know what else I said. Sure, see you in a bit, mortal. And that concludes the end of this whole ordeal. So, next year you're wondering, what am I gonna do? I might die next year, so there may not be a video. Guys, I've enjoyed making this video. I feel like I like making videos, but I don't like editing them. But I don't feel like editing them either, so I don't doing that either. But, just so you know, you might be scared for a while. Goodbye. And see you in the next video, which will be Woking Smeed.